Incredible lady. Makes you want to work even harder knowing the fact that you can invite people to the banquet, you know, and make their day and make their hard work more special.
In the kitchen, 3 chefs are battling for 2 places in front of the judges tomorrow. Lisa Allen serving a cunningly constructed chocolate and raspberry pavlova with sheep's milk ice cream. Bruno Birkbeck's out to impress with a cake shop-inspired selection of 3 rhubarb and custard desserts. And Johnny Mountain's going for broke with a Vienna Massou topped with a fiendishly tricky pulled sugar Italian ribbon. Former champion Marcus Waring will determine which 2 chefs to save and which chef to send home early.
Pressure's big. They're all very busy, they're all very, very focused. They can smell the finish line. They know it's just around the corner.
Hoping to be the first over the line is firm frontrunner Lisa Allen, who's unmoulding her retro raspberry jellies. Also on course is Bruno Birkbeck, who's keeping a careful eye on his rhubarb and custard tartlets. But for Johnny Mountain, nothing's going right. Already pushed for time, he spoons a coffee reduction onto his sponge base and starts piping on his mascarpone pâte à bombe.
It's split, isn't it? It's split.
Johnny's having a few problems at the minute. I think he might have bitten off more than he can chew.
What are you going to do? I'm going to have to do it again. This is it. The curtains aren't going to be closed on him and he's going to be going home tonight as the man kicked out the Great British Menu for the 2nd time running. All right, you're throwing it away. Yeah. You're starting again. Yeah. I mean, you are up against the clock. There's absolutely no 2 ways about that.
Johnny's best hope of a place in front of the judges is to knock Bruno off 2nd spot.
How are you, Johnny, mate?
What?
Bruno's scores all week have suffered from his restaurant-style presentation, but today he's relaxing his approach.
I'm not too sure about Marcus. Hopefully he'll like it.
Sounds like there's a lot of fun elements coming in from Bruno, which I'm more scared of, but he's really under pressure, you know, he's got a lot going on.
But Johnny's not the only threat for Bruno. He's just spotted that Lisa's had the same idea as him, serving little tubs of ice cream with wooden spoons. And she's gone one better, packaging hers with custom-made designs.
I remember when I was little going to an ice cream van, you know, you get a little lid that you can pull off.
They also remind me of the ones at cinema. Me and our lads used to go on back row at cinema, get those little pots there as well, like, you know.
The back row, eh?
Yeah, that's it. Many memories, you know.
But it's Johnny who's feeling the strain most. With time against him, he's finally got around to pulling his sugar by hand.
The only problem is, this is about 130 degrees.
Have you got the rest of your dessert done?
Nope. Napalm.
Bruno's keeping it cool. If he has any sense, he should start putting the knife in Johnny right now. Pile of pressure on him. Kick him while he's on the floor.
It is hot.
That's the Northern in you, fella, that, coming out.
Ah, you...
You're not going to be able to do anything with them hands for a few days, are you, son?
Fortunately for Johnny, it's Lisa who'll be serving first. And true to form, she's calm and collected at the final curtain.
What's this here?
It's just a bit of praline paste, that.
That's gorgeous.
She fills the meringue with raspberry and chocolate sauce, pipes on hazelnut cream, and adds the jellies and tops with pulled sugar shards to complete the dish.
Those 2 pots on there, if you just bring those up.
Yeah, fantastic.
Are you happy with the presentation?
Yeah, I think
Great.
so. The centrepiece goes in the middle of the table and they help themselves.
So the idea is for me to cut straight through.
That's it.
You happy with the meringue?
Yeah, it's gooey in the middle, like a marshmallow.
It's like a proper jelly.
Lisa, come with me. Let's try.
Thank you.
Lisa believes her reworked pavlova is perfect for a celebratory street party, but will Marcus?
You've just put your dessert on the table. Is it good enough? Think you're going to get your way to the next stage?
I hope so. Pavlovas can be quite heavy. I think this is very light and like so keep it quite dainty and quite quirky. So it's something that I would be happy to serve.
I like the way that she's kept raspberry jelly quite tart, so then helps to cut through your all the sugar.
Italian meringue, soft in the middle.
I wanted that marshmallowy, so I think that's what pavlova is, isn't it? You know, marshmallowy chew.
sheep's milk ice cream. Really delicious. Reminds me when I was a kid with that little pot.
You'd be very happy to see that going through the banquet hall.
I think it's quirky and hopefully people should recognise, oh, I can get one of those from an ice cream van.
It must be good anyhow. We've polished it off. You know what I mean? I might just take that back to my station.
I'm incredibly nervous now, you know, it's that crunch point where one of you is going to get kicked out. And it's not a good feeling because I really want to cook for those judges tomorrow.
Next to the finish line is Bruno, sitting in second place, 2 points ahead of Johnny. His cake shop style confection includes a rhubarb sorbet, a rhubarb cheesecake with a ginger base, his mum's recipe, and finally rhubarb and custard tarts.
Bonny little boys.
Yeah, bonny little tartlets.
The tarts.
So yeah, you just open them up. Idea is so you pass it around the table, everyone either takes one of them, or if they want a tart and a little bit of cheesecake, they can do.
It's almost sort of cake shop like everything, isn't it?
It's your mum's recipe?
The ginger quite crunchy at the bottom there, so you need to...
With a chisel.
Give it good, that's the one. Have a do.
You happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy, yeah.
Let's go.
Is Bruno's trio of eye-catching desserts more than the sum of its parts?
This is the dish that will get you through.
Yeah, this is the dish that get me through, or maybe see me go, you know, so...
It's like afternoon tea for ladies.
It is. The colour, it's very feminine.
It is.
Isn't it?
For a big boy.
Lad like him.
Biscuit. Chewy, isn't it?
A little bit chewy, but it is a little bit crunchy as well.
I think it's lovely, but personally I don't get any rhubarb.
I don't get rhubarb. I don't get any sharp taste.
Is it going to really stand out at the banquet if it gets there?
It's got the little gimmicks and, you know, the cake box, and everybody can have a little ooh when it comes up. And then you've got the sharing element as well. It fits the bill for me, but, you know, what do you think?
Delicious tart.
Johnny, are you threatened by this dessert? You?
No, I am, big time.
With 4 courses served, Bruno's chance of meeting the judges is now in Marcus's hands.
I think I've done enough to get there. Between me and Johnny, he cooked well, and a little bit better than him.
For final chef Johnny, it's still an uphill battle with his pulled sugar to sculpt and his Vienna Mousseux to build from scratch. Time against him, Johnny layers his coffee-soaked sponge base with the pâte à bombe mix, sour cherries and chocolate.
So layers of sponge chocolate.
Finally, Johnny finishes off his delicate Italian ribbon centerpiece.
Too complicated. He's just trying to do too much.
Can I just say that Johnny mounted your own nutcase?
Yeah.
How many times have you practiced that, Johnny?
This is the first time I've ever done it.
Yeah. Look at that.
Hey?
Despite the epic setbacks, Johnny has managed to complete his dessert to plan and on time. But is it enough to save him?
That looked tough. Was it worth it? You know, if you put something on the plate in front of you and you know it's not right, then it's pointless me doing it, you know.
Going home.
So, yeah. Can I get a little jug of my coffee reduction? Hurry up. Where's my coffee reduction, please?
In his dash to the finish, Johnny has forgotten to serve one vital element of his dessert.
Sorry, Marcus, I wanted to serve this just a little bit, yeah. Let's go.
Will Johnny's last-ditch craftsmanship be worth all the pain?
That guy's gone down on Great British Menu history for producing sugar like that.
Good wow factor in it. It's what they're looking for. Centre of the table. It's a masterpiece.
What is it?
It's a tiramisu, but it's a Vienna Mousseux to me. So I threw a bit of retro 70s and 80s in, you know, from that classic dessert.
Yeah, I love it.
So you got the sponge,
Yeah.
and that's soaked in the coffee reduction they put on the plate.
Yeah.
You've got grating cherries that give that real nice sharpness to it. Chocolate, which gives the crack, and then
That's
the
a
cream
crunch.
to finish.
Coffee syrup is, yeah, lovely.
I think without it it'd be a little bit dry, but with it it's superb.
Is it the one for the banquet?
I think it could be. Can you imagine upscaling that? 2 or 3 fantastic, you know, you could make it as wide as long as you want. Marcus saw the trouble that I was in, and I don't think he believed that I could pull it off. So being able to put it in front of him made me the most proudest chef, certainly within this competition.
The chefs have cooked their hearts out. Soon they'll learn who's lived to fight another day and who's going home.
They've both given me a run for my money, and it's really daunting waiting for those scores to come out.
I've been sent home before in this competition. If I get sent home again, at least I know that I put everything in.
I've cooked my socks off all week, you know, and definitely don't want to go home.
Hi guys.
It's time for Marcus to deliver his final verdict.
Lisa, in my mind I had this thought of a big pavlova, but when you presented it and I went through the process of serving, it was a very accomplished dish, and I thought the eating of it was absolutely delicious. It was singing summer.
Thank you.
Bruno? I loved the idea, very cake shop-like, and I thought the sorbet was delicious. Beautiful colour when you opened it, but the cheesecake didn't really get much flavour of rhubarb, and I also felt that the biscuit underneath obviously was hard. As an accomplished dessert, for me it felt a little bit disjointed. And Johnny, your dessert sounded very quirky. You put it together very nicely, you didn't give in, and I thought the sugar work was brave. One final thing that you did was that coffee sauce. If you'd have forgotten that, that coffee flavour would have been missing within the layers of the tiramisu.
So, which two chefs will be cooking for the judges tomorrow?
With a score of 9 for their dessert, the highest scoring chef of this week is you, Lisa. Congratulations, well done.
Very much. Thank you.
That leaves you two. And only one of the two of you can go through tomorrow. Bruno.
Chef.
For your rhubarb and custard, I'm going to give you 5.
Okay. Okay.
Johnny? For your dessert, I'm going to give you 8. Congratulations, Johnny.
Well done, Johnny.
Commiserations, Bruno.
Thank you. Congratulations, mate.
Thank you, good.
Johnny, you got over the barrier you never thought you'd get across. You should be proud.
Johnny's huge risk has paid off, and against the odds, he's up against Lisa in tomorrow's judging. Sadly, Bruno will be packing his bags.
I'm upset, you know, without a doubt, but I am happy that I have cooked to my best. Well done, my glad.
No, hey.
I mean,
What can I say? You know, I'm absolutely overwhelmed. It's the mountain.
I may fool around and I may be a joker, but you know, I've got a lot of emotions inside. It's just a front that I put on. I'm the proudest man alive right now. I really am the proudest man alive.
Tomorrow, Lisa and Johnny have 3 tough judges to satisfy.
I think all the flavours are absolutely amazing, I really do.
I think I'm rather too easily pleased and too easily made happy.
With a place in the final at stake, it's time to get serious.
Not talking.
Gloves are off. Me and Johnny Mountain. I'm going to give him a run for his money.